Good morning, everyone. So, what was the last topics in my last class? Do you know? Yes, the scope of logic. So, today we will continue the scope of logic. So, in my previous lecture, so there are 4 points has discussed, and today we will continue these points. So, point number 5, 4 already we have discussed, and number 5 today we are going to start number 5. So, the number 5 point is, what is judgment? So, judgment is regarded as a unit of thought. Judgment is regarded as a unit of thought. So, here judgment is the process of comparing two concepts with each other. Two concepts, that is, judgment is regarded as a unit of thought, and it is the process of comparing two concepts with each other. So, here the product of such comparison is called a judgment. Such comparison between two things, between two ideas, between two things, between two phenomenon is called a judgment. So, now a concept is a general idea, and reasoning is the process of is a mental process where we proceed from something known to something unknown, or which is justified by them. So, here, and this product is also called a reasoning, or again I am repeating that a concept is a general idea, and a reasoning is a mental process where we proceed from something known to something unknown. And these points here as discussed or explained that what is concept and what is reasoning. So, concept is a general idea and reasoning is a mental process where we proceed from something known to something unknown, which is justified by them, and this product is called a reasoning. So, here take an example that Ram is mortal, Sham is mortal, Jadu is mortal, therefore all men are mortal. This process and this reasoning is called a reasoning, and it is based on the observation of facts. This process is called a reasoning, and the concept is a general idea. Generally, we can say a concept is a general idea regarding anything, regarding any product, anything. So, here concept, judgment and reasoning, this undercomes to the point number 5, reasoning, concept and judgment. So, we have discussed and we have know also then what is concept and what is judgment and what is reasoning. So, what is concept? Concept is a general idea, judgment is regarded as a unit of thought, and reasoning is a mental process where we proceed from something known to something unknown. These comes to the point number 5, and here concept, when concept expressed in language is called a term. When concept expressed in language, it is called term, and when judgment expressed in language, it is called proposition, and when reasoning expressed in language, it is called reasoning. When reasoning expressed in language, it is called argument. It is called argument. So again I am repeating that when concept expressed in language, it is called term. When judgment expressed in language, it is called proposition. When reasoning expressed in language, it is called argument. So these under the come from the point number 5, and here a proposition may be analyzed into two terms. There is terms, the terms, propositions and arguments come within the domain of logic. So here term, proposition and argument comes under the scope of logic. So this is the full explanation of point number 5. So in this point we have got 3 points, that is judgment, concept and reasoning. So judgment is regarded as a unit of thought, concept is a general idea, and reasoning is a mental process where we proceed from something unknown to something unknown. And when the concept expressed in language, it is called term. When judgment expressed in language, it is called proposition. When reasoning expressed in language, it is called argument. So these 3 terms, that is terms, arguments and propositions, comes under the scope of logic, and this is the full explanation of the point number 5. Now point number 6. Point number 6. So again, point number 6, reasoning or inference. So already we have told that reasoning is a process, mental process, where we proceed from something known to something unknown. So in our previous points we have discussed that I have told that what is reasoning. So now what reasoning or inference is of 2 types, that is one is deductive and another is inductive. Reasoning or inference is of 2 types. One is deductive inference or deductive reasoning. Another is inductive reasoning or inductive inference. So here the subject matter of logic is reasoning. So in our previous lecture, or the first or second video lecture, already we have discussed that the subject matter of logic is reasoning. The part of logic which deals with the deductive inference is called deductive logic, or deductive reasoning is called deductive logic, and the part of logic which deals with inductive inference or inductive reasoning is called inductive logic. Again I am repeating, the part of logic which deals with deductive inference is called deductive logic, and the another part, that is the part of logic which deals with inductive inference, is called inductive reasoning. So here reasoning or inference is of 2 types, one is deductive, another is inductive. The part of logic which deals with deductive inference is called deductive logic. The part of logic which deals with inductive inference is called inductive logic. So these under comes, reasoning is of 2 types, deductive and inductive, comes under the scope of logic, and this is the comes under the point number 6. Now 7. Point number 7. So logic is concerned, already we have discussed, and again I am repeating that logic is concerned with valid reasoning. Logic is concerned with valid reasoning. So valid reasoning or correct thinking together with its some auxiliary processes like definition, division, classification and naming. So logic is concerned, but the point number 7, logic is concerned with valid thinking or valid reasoning together with its some auxiliary processes like definition, division, classification, naming, etc. These under come to the scope of logic. So now point number 8. Point number 8. In our previous class we have discussed that logic is a normative science. So logic is a normative science. Again I am repeating, logic is a normative science, and truth is the ideal of logic. Truth is the idea of logic. Now here one question arises, that is, what is the ideal of logic? That is truth. That means truth is the ideal of logic. So logic lays down certain rules for the attainment of truth, for the attainment of truth reasoning or truth or valid reasoning. Hence logic deals with truth also. So truth may be either formal or material. So truth may be either formal or material. So logic is concerned with both formal and material truth. Already we have discussed in our previous lecture that logic is concerned with both formal and material truth. So here formal logic deals with the formal truth and material logic deals with the material truth. So deductive logic is called formal logic as it aims its formal truth, and inductive logic is called material logic as it aims as material truth. So again I am repeating the point number 8, that is, first, logic is a normative science. Truth is the ideal of logic because logic lays down certain rules for the attainment of truth. Hence or so logic deals with truth also. So truth may be either formal or material. So logic is concerned both formal and material truth. Already we have discussed in our previous class, that is for logic deals with or concerned with both formal and material truth. So now formal logic, that is, deals with formal truth and material logic deals with material truth. So generally deductive logic is called the formal logic is as it aims at formal truth, and inductive logic is called material logic as it aims at material truth. This under comes to the scope of logic. So today we have discussed the 4 points under the scope of logic, and next class we will continue, and next class we will finish the scope of logic. So today topics, that is scope of logic, is 4 points we have discussed, and thank you everyone.